What is going on, everyone? Hopefully you are having a great week. We are getting ready to end just waiting on the hamsters to wake up. There they go. Now they're awake. So we're still got a little bit of an internet blip at the very beginning this week. We'll figure that out. But hey, we got a fun one here tonight. Under the lights, Bristol Motor Speedway in the Wheels for Warriors USA Pro Cup. It is going to be a fun one here tonight. It is only Division 3 drivers is what we've got on the track here tonight. So right now there's 20 Division 3 drivers. 18 of them have pulled their cars off for this run here tonight. But that means that one of these drivers here tonight is going to secure a win. They do not have to worry about any Division 2 or Division 1 drivers. They can secure their way to the playoffs, which for a lot of these drivers, when they're looking at the points, might be a good thing here. As you can see, our Division 1 and 2 drivers, they're over at Martinsville right now. So we're going to focus our efforts here tonight. Like I said, 150 laps under the lights here, Bristol Motor Speedway. Let's take a look at our Division 3 points here coming into tonight. You can see there John Ross has got a pretty good lead of about 45 points over Daniel Keene in second. You got to go 12 points back. And there's Corey Sherman in third, 1 point, and then it gets real tight behind there. Corey Sherman in third, 12 points back. Yeah, Paul Turner, 1 point back in fourth, and then running out the top five, 2 points back from Paul is David Robertson. So it is really tight in that middle group there. But everyone chasing down John Ross. But like I said, here tonight, if you can pick up a win, points don't matter at that point. You will lock yourself in. And so far this year, no Division 3 driver has picked up a win. John Ross has been on the podium a few times, but not a victory yet. So who is going to secure their way to the playoffs as we're closing in on the midway point of this season? About 7 minutes left here of this opening practice session. Like I said, there are 18 Division 3 drivers that are out there right now. Corey Sherman, third in points coming in, currently leading the way. Joey Sainz right behind him. We saw Joey Sainz last night have a really good run at North Wilkesboro. And in the closing laps, car got loose and ended up falling out of the top 10. Points leader right now, John Ross, he's out on the track. But he's currently only 6th fastest here tonight. So see what that's going to do. They do get the no fast repairs tonight. I think they got a pretty good set of tires, and if we stay clean and green, fuel, if I remember correctly, will take you to about 90-ish. So we'll kind of watch where that's going to roll tonight. When do drivers elect to do pit stops, those types of things? Do they value tires here? Which drivers are going to run the bottom like John is here? Who's going to run the middle? And who's going to run that high line? Who will run the wall here tonight? Those will all be stories and items that we're going to be watching, as well as some of our in-car drivers. Here's the number 24 checking into our chat earlier, Mr. Matt Hall. Rocking the green machine tonight. He's currently 17th on the timing board, so he's still looking for some timing, but I think at this point just kind of working on some race pace. Looks like he's Terry and Patsy hanging out in the chat. Here is Dusty Martin in that number 35. He's having a good run right now in this practice session. He is 5th fastest on the board. We got another in-car driver here tonight. Every night he hangs out. Here's Mr. Alan Ayers there in his VR, leaning over in the chair. Heavy banking here tonight, so he's getting the most out of that in his VR setup. He is looking for a good finish here. Been a little bit rocky start to the season for the 94. But only 18 cars here at Bristol that can turn around for a lot of drivers. See if anybody go to that high wall yet. You can see there Stephen Hine kind of running the middle, then dropping to the bottom. But we get some of these drivers that go right up to that high line. We got some pretty cool cameras for that later. this will be a view we'll get to watch tonight as drivers may move up to that high lane just to see how close they'll get to that wall. Oh, gets on the wall there, though. See the very kind of late entry, then dips the car down. Now he's kind of climbing up that wall, trying to take as much speed as possible. Might be doing some practice and some qualifying. Multiple pit roads here. He's just cruising around. $150 laps. They stay clean and green. That'll go by very quickly, kind of like we saw last night in Wilkesboro, 70 laps. And we were in and out in about 45 minutes. So 150 laps here seems like a very long ways away, but it'll go by very quickly. A 14-second a lap here, about 15 seconds actually. 4 laps a minute. We're going to do math in the broadcast booth. Ooh, that's not what drivers are going to want to see here tonight. I've seen a lot of this in practice on the cold tires coming out of the corner, getting on the gas pedal just a little too early. And that is causing the car to turn right around. Pretty quiet track right now, only 3 drivers on it. See Andy Cork down there still just doing laps. He's going to go into his pit box now. There's no drivers are on the track right now, so super quiet here. Everybody getting ready in their drivers meeting at this point. Getting ready to cross over into qualifying. They are going to get 2 laps. I think we'll see a second lap hit will be where driver's fast lap is. But under the lights here, race number 5, week 5 of the season, 150 laps in the Wheels for Warriors USA Pro Cup. We got 1:30 left before we head to qualifying. We're going to step aside for the Stars and Stripes, and we'll be right back here at Bristol.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Qualifying is over, so we are getting ready to head in, or not qualifying, practice is over. So now it is a 2-lap, 5-minute qualifying. Who is going to be one of our first drivers out? the track. So far, he was the fastest coming out of pit road, so he got the car up to speed very quickly. He's going to come across for his first lap and move to the top. Matt Hall is also out on his second lap. Look at him leaning in the chair, getting everything out of it. Almost gets into the wall there. I think he kept it off the wall, but that got close. How about points leader John Ross now? His first lap, he's going to go to the top. Going to get dethroned, though, by Corey Sherman. Joey Sainz is going to go to second place. Here comes John for his second lap. Does not see an improvement. How about David Robertson in the 19? His first timed lap here. Corey Sherman right now on the time. David might have hit a wall or something on that opening lap. It did not count, so this will be the hot lap for him here. He's going to go up into 10th position. So now Bob Rogerson's going to come out and get his lap in. There's still 3 minutes left of this qualifying. Bob puts in a lot of time there. Only 2 drivers will have not qualified yet. I still think they have to put in times, though. Yeah, here goes Paul Turner's coming out on the track now. Three drivers at this point. Paul Turner's getting his in. Bob's going to come across for his time. Into 14th. How about the fastest chicken in the South here, Paul Turner? He's going to ride that wall, try to gain as much speed, shoot the car down that hill. Bob Rogerson jumps up to 6th position. Paul Turner 17th right now. See if he can pick up some pace here. I think he got to the wall there, did not count. So that's pretty much going to do it. Only the one has not qualified yet is Matt Shontosh, has still not put in a time yet. So Paul's just going to park it on the apron. But right now, Corey Sherman, Joey Sainz, John Ross, that is your starting top 3 here tonight. So points leader going to be starting on the second row. So we just wait here, 1 minute left. See if Shontosh comes out in this final minute and puts a lap in. So looking in the chat here, we are not going to see a qualifying lap from the 80. He has put the car in the hauler. Too much damage in the practice session. That is going to do it. Qualifying is coming to an end. So everybody's going to be getting gridded up here for 150 laps. They're all getting lined up behind the iRacing pace car. Let's pull up our starting lineup here tonight. On the front row, Corey Sherman and Joey Sainz. Row 2 will have John Ross and David Gainforth. Stephen Hine and Bob Rogerson will make up row 3. Row 4, Matt Hall and Alan Ayers. And then your starting top 10, we'll see Dusty Martin and Neil Hale. And then David Rogerson and Daniel Keene will make up row 6. Row 7, see Matt Hall and Alan Ayers. And row number 8, Jeremy Flanagan and Chris Letts. And then Paul Turner will be rounding out the field here. 17 strong under the lights. Race number 5 in the Wheels for Warriors USA Pro Cup. Bristol, 150 laps. Just waiting here. It's going to be a longer grid. And then I think they'll have 2 pace laps that they'll be going around. Corey Sherman going to be on the front row. Joey Sainz to his outside. Again, Joey had a really good run last night at North Wilkesboro. We are rolling here. Car's going to take one more lap around. Everybody getting their belts tight, getting those tires warmed up. They are heading down the backstretch. Barney's going to control the start, and then I think Leader controls the start from here on out. But Bristol generally creates some really good racing for us, so we'll see what's going to happen. Pace car's going to dip off. We're going to head up to Barney here. We are off and running here in the Wheels for Warriors USA Pro Cup. Good start there for Corey as he's starting to pull away a little bit. Just like that, one lap is in the books, and Corey Sherman's already got 0.6 of a second lead over Joey Sainz in second. Top 3 unchanged. Stephen Hine has moved up to 4th, and how about Matt Hall? He's already gained 2 spots. He is in 5th position. So some early movers here in this race. Dusty Martin, David Gainforth going backwards here. Side-by-side racing here. Dusty Martin up there, and then for the front. Wow, I'm trying to catch what I'm talking about here. John Ross and Stephen Hine. How about Bob Rogerson? That's like a 4-car battle for 3rd place right now. As Corey Sherman is just checked out from this group. Stephen Hine is going to clear. He's going to now move up 2 spots. He's in 3rd. Can he chase down Joey Sainz? 7/10 ahead of him. But look at this driver here. You think he had Bristol circled? I mean, he is already a 2-second lead. It is Corey Sherman here, 7 laps in already. How quick is this going by? Oh, Matt Hall's heavy into the wall. Everyone going around him, so he's going to have some work to do there. That was a big hit into the wall. Start to wonder, did he have some help potentially? Let's see here. Oh no, he's going to get loose. Oh, it just gets loose and then noses it into the wall. Slight contact there, but lost a ton of momentum. John Ross now under pressure here. He might be just saving some tires, thinking this is going to be a clean and green long run here. Bob Robertson trying to close in, running that high lane. You can't even see the leader here. 3.5 seconds is the lead for Corey Sherman here. Let's pull up the track map. I mean, look at that. He's entering the corner as they're exiting. So he's going to come into turn 3 right as they're coming out of turn 2. That is the gap that is already created. And it's growing even further. It's up to 4 seconds now. That just means pretty soon he'll be hitting lap traffic as they're still back here battling now. John Ross and Bob Robinson up to the outside. Can he clear? Can he take that momentum off the corner? He is going to clear. So the 99 starting to fade back here. Stephen Hine is making some good progress up closing in on Joey. He's now fading back. There's already some good battle going on here. John Ross is down. Biggest mover of the night right now, though, is going to be this 85 machine, Norman Keene. He's already up 4 spots. We got a car in the pits here. What happened to Chris Letts? I wonder, some damage there, or maybe a spin? Let's see what happened to him. Oh yeah, he kind of looks like he was spinning off the corner and then had to come down and just basically just jumped on pit road, almost hit the tires there. So he probably picked up a penalty with that, but Corey Sherman is now up to a 5-second lead. He can cruise and save tires all he wants. Oh my goodness, Neil Hale's going to get into the wall there. Still green though. Oh, that was close. Right as we went back to them. Let's look here. This was some tight racing here. Neil Hale, oh, it looks like Allen came down just a little bit, got in. Neil put him into that wall. It was pretty hefty contact there. For 10th here, Andy Court and Steven Music. Matt Hall going to try to split the difference here as the 09 is going to get into the wall. Neil Hale in the background had a moment as well as it looks like he might be trying to get down pit road there. He's got heavy damage. And Corey Sherman is starting to work through lap traffic. Here he is getting around Paul Turner. So Paul Turner is going to go a lap down. None of these drivers here are going to want to make this easy here. They're going to want to stay on that lead lap just in case. Look at, on this pace, Corey might just lap the entire field at this point. He's already got a 6.5 second lead and growing, and we're only 27 laps into this race. But it's going to get busy for him right here. A bunch of lappers right in front of them. They're battling. See Matt Hall, Andy Cork, Alan Ayers, they're all battling here because they can see the leader on their relative closing in. Now with that damage on the car, he's fighting on that bottom lane, but looks like the top shelf is where the momentum is starting to grow. And Corey's caught him here as they're side by side. This is kind of slowing him down a little bit. A little bit. It's now 5.7 seconds is the gap, but yeah, he's got no room here as they're battling for position. Here comes your leader. So, oh, Andy Cole with a huge contact into the wall there as he's missing a front bumper. And now it's back. It magically reappeared. This took 2 seconds out of Corey's lead here. You see Andy Cork there. He's battling back on this outside lane. He wants to get back on that lead lap or be the first car one lap down. Allen as well is battling, and they know they got to keep pace here because Corey's on pace where he's going to be getting around Jeremy Flanagan here in a minute, who's now trying to race Matt Hall. So they know up here. So they are all battling. Corey's going to go to the inside. He is going to get around Matt Hall. Matt Hall's going to go a lap down. Alan Ayers now putting pressure on Matt Hall. We're closing in on lap 37 of this race, and that is 10th place. Jeremy Flanagan going a lap down, and then Corey will be kind of back into no man's land, but he's losing time now. It's closing into now 4 seconds flat is the gap for Joey Sainz. Oh, Corey's going to go full send there. He is working his way. The Division 1 update, or the Division 1 and 2 race over at Martinsville. 20 laps in, 2 cautions so far. So they've been playing bumper cars for a minute. Both claimed. Here we are. We are still clean and green coming to lap 40. And Corey Sherman is putting on a show as he is now lapped the 10th place car and is trying to cut in. But we've got some battles starting to heat up within the top 5. Bob Rogerson, Stephen Hine, and Dusty Martin. Look at this battle here. Ooh, Stephen with a little bit of wiggle there. Has to catches the car there, but that was close. Dusty's going to clear up 4 spots now into 5th. John Ross has moved back up into 3rd as we were watching Corey Sherman have to navigate the lap traffic. He's got about a second and 30, 1.3 back on Joey Sainz. They're still racing back here. Look at Dusty Martin now. He is trying to move into 4th position, battling. Robertson on that top lane. They are still side by side. Is he going to clear? It looks like he might clear him into the corner. Bob's going to get that momentum though on the exit. 35 is going to move up. Don't look now, Joey Sainz, as he's been working some of this lap traffic here. John Ross has closed this into about under a second now, 0.7 of a second for the 99 here on 2nd place. Corey is still working some lap traffic. Andy Cork is coming down pit road. So now we'll get to see how close I was on fuel run here. I thought it was about 90, but we'll see if this is an early, maybe some damage here. Neil Hale's on pit road still. He was getting damage repaired. Oh yeah, he was on there for like 5 minutes. Stephen Hine. As Dan Keene has come on, so maybe pit stops are way earlier than I was anticipating here. Maybe they are at the 50-lap point. This is what happens when I don't do my research pre-race. Yeah, Dan Keene is on. Steven Music is coming in. So these are some of the lap cars down, so they might be just thinking tires here as Corey Sherman is closing in on David Gainforth. This is about to put 8th place a lap down. We're still battling up here, Stephen Hine and Bob Rogerson. Here comes down Jeremy Flanagan. He's on pit road. So from the start of this race, it has been the 26's show here. He has not looked back. Oh, big moment there. Andy Cork having to catch the car sliding around. Now he's on fresh tires, so kind of a little bit of difference in speed here. As you can see, he can send the car a lot deeper into the corner. Uh-oh. Not what Corey wants to see. He let him go by. He knew. Here comes Daniel Keene on fresh tires as well. Corey's moving up, getting out of their way. Had to get back behind Bob here, unable to make the pass, but is charging once again. Bob running that super high. Look at how close to the wall he is. Oh, he's going to get into the wall there, actually. Right as we went to the camera, he gets into it. And that gives Stephen Hine the position underneath there. Bob Rogerson a little bit too deep, got into the wall. Matt Hall in front of these guys is bouncing the wall, trying to keep it off of him as he's battling with Alan Ayers here. Stephen Hine looking to go underneath. We are coming to lap 60. We have not seen the leaders yet here, but here is Corey Sherman putting some pressure on David Rogerson. That is 7th place now, going a lap down. The lead has been cut, though. It is 3.6 for the 26. Joey Sainz closing in as he's kind of created a gap for himself and some breathing room from John Ross. But it's once again a busy track in front of the leader. Hall is going to move up out of the way. As David Gainforth has now come down pit road here, so almost seems like they get a lap, they put a lap down and they come into pit road. Matt Hall's going to come down. But we still have not seen a car on the lead lap come down pit road just yet. Alan Ayers is on pit road. Now a few more are starting to come in, so we got some drivers that look to have split this race into thirds essentially, and then a few more that look like they're going to stretch the fuel run out here is what's happening. Now Corey Sherman has got Bob Rogerson on the outside. This is now 6th place, potentially going a lap down. But watch out here. Joey Sainz has closed this in under 2.5 seconds now. It is 2.3, 2.2. He's about 0.3 a lap faster than the leader right now. So he is finding some pace late in this race. It is now 2 seconds is the gap. Corey's still dealing with some drivers here with fresh tires, so as he's trying to navigate, they're going around. Here comes our first lead lap car is coming down pit road. This is from 4th position. Dusty Martin is going to come down lap 68. Joey Sainz is now cracked under the 2-second mark. He fell back here a little bit on this last lap, but it was down to 1.9. He's got fresh cars around him, so that is slowing him down as well. Dusty Martin's going to come out of the pit road. He's in 8th place now, lap down. So top 6 have still not pit. So now you start to wonder, does John Ross try to work a different strategy here? Does he come in earlier? I think Joey Sainz will try to mirror Corey potentially, but some of these drivers towards the back end of this top 5, do they make a different call? John Ross is 5 seconds back from Joey, 7 seconds back from Corey Sherman in 3rd. Stephen Hine is 7 seconds back from John, and he's close to a lap down. We're going to see Corey's right there, so that is 4th place close to going a lap down. And so is 5th place here. Here's 5th place going a lap down. No, wait, that's the wrong car. Look at, where's Corey at? 5th place has already gone a lap down. So Stephen Hine is about to go a lap down. I get confused by the greens. So at the end of the night, it might just be the podium drivers that are on the lead lap. Although one caution will change all that, but it got close right there. Who were we just looking at? Now that they're all lapped down, I got to figure out who's all racing here, but it's tight right here with this group. And John Ross is going to come down pit road, so he does come down before the leader. So this is 3rd place coming down pit road. Would love for Corey to go on the pit road and stay on the lead lap. Here comes some of that lap traffic with fresh tires in the background. Joey Sainz, the gap has moved back up to about 3 seconds. Oh my goodness, that got close. Matt Hall locking it up right in front of the leader. He's going to get back under there. Oh, car's still loose. He's heated those rear tires up. He is struggling right now, trying to get that rear end under control. David Gainforth, I think, just went heavy into the wall. Caution's not going to come out. Chris Letts, it looks to have crashed, and he had to jump to pit road. What happened to Chris Letts? Oh, no, he's just bringing it onto pit road. And water barrels. All right, so top 5 have still not pit, and top 3 are the only ones on the lead lap, although Stephen Hine is close here. He is hanging on. We're closing in at lap 82. I think here comes the leader. Yep, Corey is slowing it down. There's he coming down to pit road there. Joey's going to stay out. I think Joey stayed out, picked up the bonus point for leading a lap. So now when does Joey come down? Does he answer? Does he stay out for a few more laps? Looks like he's going to keep staying out. Same as Stephen Hine. And here comes Joey. So Joey's now going to take over or turn off from the lead. He's going to come down pit road. Now does Stephen Hine stay out? Look at Corey back here with those fresh tires. It was about a 3-second gap. Between Corey Sherman and Joey Sainz. Joey is still on pit road. Now he's coming out. You can see Corey go around. Stephen Hine is still the leader, has not pit yet. David Rogerson has come down, and so has Bob Rogerson. So at this point, Stephen Hine is the only car to not come down pit road yet. How about Daniel Keene? He is currently showing in second place right now, up 10 spots with that lap 47 pit. Joey Sainz is out. He is back in the 6th position and giving chase here. None of these drivers would like to see a caution right now. They would like to see Stephen Hine come down pit road first. He is staying out. Only car to not pit yet. Joey Sainz right on the back bumper of John Ross. Jeremy Flanagan right in front of him. Stephen Hine might get stuck on the outside here if he's trying to get down pit road eventually. Joey's going to go right with him around the top here. Right underneath. Oh, it's going to get tight. Joey smartly gets out of that, though. He got out of the gas there. That was getting super tight. So green flag pit stops are done, except for one driver. That is your leader, Stephen Hine here in the 89. All these drivers got their laps back. Oh, they're getting feisty up here a little bit. Bob Rogerson, who was up in this pack, must have had a really slow pit. He is 2 laps down now. Or 1 lap. No, he's where is he? I think, yeah, he is 2 laps down. He was battling in the top 5, and now he's back into 12th or 11th position, 12th position. The gap to Joey Sainz and Corey Sherman pre-green flag pit stops was 3 seconds. Right now, it is 11.5 seconds. And Corey's closing in here, so he's actually under a 10th here. We're going to be battling Stephen Hine. So Stephen Hine staying out for as long as he did, looked like he was trying to catch a caution, is going to have some work to do. I believe he'll go a lap down, so he's going to have a lot of work to do with fresh tires. Because, yeah, he's going to fall to second, so Corey Sherman is back to the lead with a significant lead over everybody else that pit on the same cycle as he did. As here comes in Stephen Hine now, so he's coming down pit road. Looks like over in the Division 1 and 2 race at Martinsville, front row Kyle Nadeau is leading the way. And Cody Richardson currently giving chase in second place, but we know that was the track that Kyle had circled. Yeah, Stephen Hine still on pit road. He's going to go a lap down, so he's got a lot of work to do here, but he's going to have the freshest of tires. See how much that can play to his advantage. So with pit stops completed, let's roll through the field here. Corey Sherman is putting on a clinic and just walking away with this thing. Second place with an alternate pit strategy here. Pit lap 47, so I believe is good to go all the way to the end. We'll see how that's going to work out. Is Dan Keene here, but close behind, closing in is John Ross, your points leader. Is now here comes the 85, so they're coming down pit road for the second time. So they're coming in, so it's going to reshuffle everything they're just talking about. But John Ross now will move to second, but he is under pressure. Joey Sainz moving to third, but they're going to want to get this going quick here because Corey Sherman's got a 13-second lead ahead of them. How about this run here, the 94, Alan Ayers. He is in 4th position, and David Gateforth right now is rounding out your top 5. Oh, that got close right there. Stephen Hine on those fresh tires. Well, you see Joey Sainz there had to hit the brakes with Andy Cork on that top shelf. Older tires there. They want to get through this traffic because look at this. This is your leader. And there's third place. The third place car can see the leader on the relative. Corey Sherman might do something that I don't think we have seen in a very long time, if ever, here on Thursday nights, and that has put the entire field a lap down. Oh no, Stephen Hine is going to get into the wall big time. No caution though, self-cleaning track here to the inside, but the 89, heavy damage there. Yeah, he's going to have to come back down pit road. His night is going to come to an end. You can tell, not overly happy. Heavy damage there for the 89. So staying out just by a handful of laps here actually did not do any benefit to Joey or John Ross here. John Ross actually pit early because Corey's right here, right there. And I don't think we've ever had a race where the entire field has been put a lap down, but Corey's got 40 more laps to get it done. See John Ross and Joey, they're trying to work through this traffic as fast as possible. Now they have pace. They can see if they can start to pull away on a clean track here, but if they start to battle, that's just going to put that 26 even closer. And look at this. I mean, he is right there. You see Joey, he is trying to push the 99. He may have to make a decision here. If he thinks he's faster, can he get around the 99 and try to stay on the lead lap? Corey, you can see searching for a lane, searching for some air. You would think this is a battle for the lead, but this is a battle for for 2 and 3 to stay on the lead lap while battling for second position. But Corey Sherman right now is in good position to potentially find his way and lock himself into the playoffs. Here comes Bob Rogerson on fresh tires. Oh, that got real close there. As you see John Ross had a moment as we were watching. Joey looked like he was going to go for a move, but then Alan Ayers is right there, and that's going to slow down Corey here. So that's going to give a little bit of breathing room to John and Joey. There's some close moments there for your race leader. You can see Stephen Hine is on the bottom of the track there. We just kind of blitzed by him really quick because they're going to run into lap traffic again as John Ross and Joey here. Matt Hall's going to move up out of the way. A little bit over the bump of the wall there. Neil Hale is coming back down pit road. Alan Ayers is actually going to come in from his position here with 30 laps to go. 31 or 32 laps. He's coming down pit road. Joey here's got to make a decision. There's more traffic coming in, lap traffic coming in with those fresh tires. I don't think they would mind a caution too much right now. Is that would put them all back on essentially the same lap. Joey's sliding around a little bit out of the corner, but this is a heavy battle here for second place. We are closing in on 25 to go. Corey Sherman has backed off this pace here. I think he knew that these two were starting to get, they're going to start turning it on here a little bit. So he backed out of that. He's got plenty of breathing room to just kind of cruise now at this point. Across there, 25 laps to go. This race is flying by. Clean and green so far tonight. We have seen a few cars get into the wall. Some damages out there. There's no cautions, and right now Corey Sherman is putting on a clinic. Kind of saving the car now at this point because he knows it's closing in, 24 to go. Joey, you start to wonder here, does he think it's when he's got some breathing room, when does he go to work the pass and see if he can move into second place? He has not left the back bumper of the 99 at all. But I think they're trying to work through and navigate traffic as best he can. And every time I think he gets an opening or opportunity, there's a car in that top lane and he can't do anything with it. Yeah, you see Corey is falling way back here. I don't think it's anything other than just keeping it safe in the car underneath you here. They are about a second faster a lap. But again, I'm still going to put that to, yeah, see, Corey just turned it back on that lap. So I don't think it's anything other than just being cautious. 20 to go. It's been all the 26 tonight. No need to put yourself into harm's way. I think he's just moving out of the way. He sees fresh tire drivers coming around him. There's Dan Keene in fourth trying to get his lap back. Allen right now is in ninth position. Joey with a little bit of run here. When does Joey make his move? When does he go for that second position? He's going to go to the high lane. John's going to go low. Battle for second place. And Joey is going to clear and put the 9 in front of the 99. And even with that pass there, they were still faster than Corey Sherman by about 0.7 of a second. I still don't think it's enough. I still think he's just kind of in cruise mode. Let's pull up the track map here. So there's Corey, kind of middle, heading down the front stretch. And Joey's kind of in the back stretch. So it's kind of like a half a track here is the gap. To go. Corey does not want to see a caution come out. Joey has just completely pulled away from John Ross. It is a 9.9 second gap, so it is dropping, but the 9 here is just going to run out of time. Just a couple tenths a second, a couple tenths a lap faster. Dan Keene looks to, he's still one lap down. Thought that might have put him back on the lead lap, but no, he's still one lap down. So only your top 3 are on the lead lap. 9 to go. And there's still battles happening out here. This is Bob Rogerson and Jeremy Flanagan are having a good battle right now. drivers who were making their progress up to the front have fallen apart here tonight. Dusty Martin was all the way up in the top 5. He's back in the 14th position. Just ran a little bit different of a pit strategy. Just did not work out. Alan Ayers is in 8th spot, so having a good top 10 run here, but he is a couple laps down. Coming to 6 to go. The gap is 8.7 seconds. These are going to be the longest 6 laps for Corey and the shortest 6 laps for Joey in the car. There's some side-by-side racing happening in front of him here. This is a battle for 6th position. Jeremy's going to get around Bob Rogerson there. David Gainforth is in 9th spot. Ooh, that's going to get close and tight. Oh, they're going to wreck! Bob Rogerson, is he going to come back up onto the track? Is that going to bring out the caution? No caution, but oh, man, that got close there. Heavy contact for the 70. Oh, his car, yeah, that wheel is busted loose. And that is going to bring out the caution. How about that? Caution's going to come out as the 70 just could not get the car with that damage onto pit road after that incident there. Had to take the tow, but where the tow had to come in, it pulls out the caution. We're going to go to a 1-lap shootout, or one attempt at a green-white checkered, so a 2-lap shootout. Not what Corey Sherman wanted in this race. Joey and John Ross are probably super jazzed right now. Oh, I think, well, I guess the penalty there? I mean, that was an unsafe entry there, I think, for Joey. He ran over the cone. And then Daniel Keene's going to get back on the lead lap now. He'll get the lucky dog. He'll get the wave around. But I think Joey ran over the cone. We'll see. I don't know what the penalty is. But man, oh man, does that throw a wrench into this race. The 26 was on pace to have an amazing run. It can still happen. But it's going to be a 2-lap shootout now that he is going to need to be on his A game. And I'm telling you, the 9 ran over the cone. So we'll see here what the penalty is going to be. Maybe not. Maybe that just might have been the view we were under. See a whole bunch of wave around cars. Here's the view. Here's Bob Rogerson. See, there was David Gainforth. Too far back? Let's go old school way. All right, so here's, I'm coming off the corner. You can see David Gainforth gets tight there. Dusty Martin gets into the back of him. Heavy contact for the 70. Destroys that front left, and then he just cannot get it down pit road because the car's not turning for him. And then that is what brought out the caution. There you can see he's trying to get down. Still trying, and then caution's going to come out right there. All right, so everything's getting sorted out here. John Ross looks like he's starting with a whole bunch of lap cars in front of him, so not what he wanted to see. Are they getting the wave around? And we're one to go here. Yeah, John Ross did not get any advantage there. It is just going to be a battle here is he's got lap cars in front of him, so not what he was looking for. Pace car's going to come off. Good start there for Corey. Joey knows he's under no pressure, but Corey here is off and running, does not want to see, well, he wouldn't mind another caution at this point because that'll end the race. White flag one more time. You see Joey in the background. He's full send it into the corner. He's trying. Gave everything at the end, but Corey Sherman is going to bring home victory and lock his way into the playoffs. Putting on a clinic, had an opportunity to lap almost every single car here tonight. Lap everybody but your podium drivers, but man, what a finish. We're going to start getting drivers moved up here. Got to find everybody in their rooms. All right, let's pull them in here. Putting on a clinic tonight. Had a chance to put almost everybody a lap down, and then I think you went into safe mode, and then caution comes out. But Corey, talk me through your race.
Yeah, that was pretty nuts. After that pit stop, I didn't realize how big of a lead I had, and then all of a sudden I looked down at my relative, and I was coming up on third and second. I knew they were just gonna let me by, so I backed off a little bit and just put her on cruise control at the end of the race.
So what was going through your mind though with 3 to go and caution comes out?
Well, at that point I figured there's only maybe 2 or 3 guys I would have to beat, so I was sitting in a good spot, and I was going to get fresh tires, and I was going to be in control. So, yeah, it's good to finally get to talk to you.
There we go, right? And then hey, how about this tonight too? Because you are a race winner, you have locked yourself into the playoffs. I know you'd still like to be a regular season point champion, but you don't got to worry about that anymore. You're advancing to the playoffs out of this division.
That's awesome.
So that's some pretty good points now. So pretty good race here. You're going to go into the playoffs. You're going to cut into that points lead a little bit with John, but a third place finish for him there. What's another track you got circled? Did you have this one circled? Were you just super amped for Bristol and you knew this was your shot?
Yeah, this was one of my favorite tracks, and I think we got Texas next week and Talladega. I like both those tracks too.
There we go. One's a little bit of a wild card, but that'll be a fun one to watch here in the next gen. But Corey bringing home the win in probably what is a record quickest race ever, and almost put everybody a lap down, just put on a clinic. I'm going to turn the floor over to you.
Yeah, I'd like to thank Wheels for Warriors. It's awesome being in the Cup Series this year and having them as a sponsor. Savage Edge Graphics, Priority Auto, and my team, Northern Empire Racing, I think.
Yes,
and,
yes, that is it.
I know it's Northern something. Hopefully Kyle and Steven are doing good over there in Martinsville, and I didn't see how Chris finished, but yeah, hopefully it's a good points day for everybody, and thank you for doing the broadcast.
I appreciate it. So little news update here. They're at lap 100. This was about 5 minutes ago, under caution, but your team leader Kyle is leading the race right now at Martinsville.
Oh, that'd be awesome if we took it home in both races.
There you go. A little back-to-back wins there for the Northern Empire. But congrats again tonight, locking yourself into the playoffs, and sounds like we might be talking to you again next week at Texas.
I hope so. Thanks a lot.
All right, thank you. Let's get him out of here, and let's pull up. Second place, had a shot at the very end there, but Joey, man, you went from almost going a lap down at one point to having another shot at the win. What a roller coaster of a race for you.
Yeah, to tell you the truth, I was about to run out of gas if that caution didn't come out, so appreciate whoever did that. Thank you, and really wasn't in it at all. Corey pulled out from the get-go, and he was gone, killed everybody.
So we noticed during that green flag pit stop, you had it down to about 3 seconds, and then you elected to stay out a few more laps longer than what Corey did. Looking back, do you feel you wish you could have maybe came down right when he came down to not give those few lap advantage on fresh tires?
I wish I had the capability to think of that at the time, but I was getting a little dizzy going round and round. And then, tell you the truth, on that one, I just had to make sure I was going down the right pit road. That's all I was worried about. I didn't care what lap it was, and somehow we came out with not enough fuel. So, crazy race, crazy.
Crazy race, but it was a lot of fun to watch. You were able to not go a lap down, and another podium finish for you here on a Thursday night. We got Texas next week. How you feeling?
No clue. We'll see. We'll see next week when we get there.
All right, we'll see what it's going to look like. Well, Joe, I'm going to turn the floor over to you here for your second place finish.
Yeah, absolutely. I appreciate Cyber Thunder, you guys putting on the broadcast. It's great every week. Love to go back and rewatch it. Wheels for Warriors for coming on board again this season. Shout out to everything they do. Great cause. If you don't know about it, go look at it. Everybody with Crash Test Dummies. Jerry wasn't in this race, but he helped me out tremendously. I would have been lost without a little bit of guidance on the setup there. And then everybody in the race, we ran 155 laps, I think, and one caution. A couple of close calls in there. I know a couple people slid, but no caution came out. Just really good race from everybody.
Really good race to watch. You and John are actually putting on a really good show. So if you go back and watch it, it's going to almost be the Joey and John show for a little bit as you were battling. But congrats here tonight, second place, and maybe we'll be talking to you again next week.
Looking forward to it. Thank you.
All right, let's get Joey out of there, and let's pull in. Still on the podium, but still searching for that first win, but still going to leave here tonight, probably the points leader. John, talk me through your race, man. How was it navigating the traffic?
There were a few close calls throughout the race on traffic, but to be honest, I mean, a lot of people, all the drivers really showed good awareness. I mean, we went 148 laps, caution free. So I did not practice pit stops, which I probably should have a little bit. I certainly didn't think we were going to go green the whole time, but yeah, I mean, traffic was okay. We had a couple of close calls, especially Joey and I right there at the end with about 40 laps to go. We had a couple of lap cars that gave us a few scares.
So now what was going through your mind as you got Joey basically glued to your back bumper, but as you're looking at your relative behind Joey battling you for second is the race leader?
Yeah, it was a little bit crazy there. I mean, we certainly we knew Corey was gone, and so I'm not sure really what was going through Joey's mind, but I was trying to hit my marks. I pitted just a little bit early, about 5 or 6 laps earlier than they did, so I knew I didn't have the tires to really hold Joey back, but I just tried to stick the line and roll the bottom, and I just could not save tires like those two must have, because near the end, I mean, he just went around me like I was sitting still.
So I got to ask you, because Joey says without that final caution there, he was going to run out of gas. You pit earlier, but was your pit crew at least able to get you full?
Yeah, I would have been good to the end.
Oh, so you're like, dang it, caution. Could have maybe got a freebie there.
Yeah, if he had to pit, I definitely would have got another spot because I had plenty of fuel to the end. Which of course I glued the bottom the entire night, and I let off early entering the turn, so I knew I was good on fuel, and I kept checking it. I was about 2 laps. I probably could have made it through a green-white checker.
All right, well, we are now officially past the halfway point, so just a few more races left. You're still the points leader. You got Texas, Talladega, Dover, and Kansas. How you feeling about this 99 getting into the playoffs?
I'm feeling pretty good. I mean, obviously Talladega is just a crapshoot. You do what you can, but these other tracks, I'm not really great on short tracks. They're kind of uncomfortable for me. So these 1.5 miles and even the super speedways, I feel a lot more comfortable at. So I'm pretty confident going into Texas.
There we go. Well, we'll keep our eye on you. Going to come in the points leader and going to exit the points leader. Getting those podiums week in and week out is going to do it for you. But John, I'm going to turn the floor over to you.
Yeah, I really appreciate it, and thank you, Wheels for Warriors. Fantastic sponsor, and Chris, thank you very much, especially for putting this on and running with me in the trucks. I have a blast there too, man. So I want to say thank you to Coleridge, to Matt, and to Connor for the Velocity Crew team. We go over strategy even in chat. Really good time, and I really appreciate those guys. The Gray Beard team. We do a lot of practice throughout the week. So Eric, Andy, Leroy, really appreciate those guys as well. So thank you very much, Connor. Thank you for the paint job, and we'll see you guys at Texas.
We'll see you at Texas. Congrats again on the 3rd place finish.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
All right, there we go. That is your top 3 here tonight at the halfway point in the Wheels for Warriors USA Pro Cup. It was all Division 3, and they put on an awesome race here under the lights at Bristol. Well, let's go through those final finishing results here. We just talked to your top 3, Corey Sherman, Joey Sainz, John Ross. They happen to be the only cars on the lead lap. And then we got Daniel Keene's going to come home in 4th. Jeremy Flanagan going to round out the top 5. Behind them, David Rogerson going to come home 6th. How about Alan Ayers, the 7th place finish? David Gain 4th and 8th. Matt Hall getting another top 10 finish there in 9th. And Andy Court going to round out your top 10. Then behind there to round out the field, Steven Music, 11th. Bob Rogerson going to come home 12th. 13th is going to go to Stephen Hine. 14th, Dusty Martin. He was up in that top 5 in the beginning of the race and fell back to 14th. Chris Letts is going to come in 15th. Neil Hale in 16th. And Paul Turner is going to round out the field in 17th position. Let's pull up our unofficial Division 3 points because I have no idea what's going on in the 1 and 2 race right now, but John Ross is going to extend that lead just a little bit. Daniel Keene's going to hold in 2nd. Corey Sherman's going to stay in 3rd, but he is now locked into the playoffs, so he's not really worried about that too much anymore. And then some movement up there. See, Joey Sainz going to jump 5 spots up into 6th place for Division 3. Matt Hall's going to jump 2 spots. So good movement for some of these drivers. But we are past the midway point. So it is now the home stretch to the playoffs. As next week, these drivers are going to take on Texas, which is going to be a blast of a race. Hope you enjoyed this little race here tonight. It was a quick one, just about an hour. So quick in and out race. But we're going to pack up for this week. If you have not yet, hit that subscribe button, turn that notification bell on. Come join us every Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday night here with the Cyber Thunder Racing League on the Cyber Thunder Broadcast Network. It is going to be a lot of fun now that we are in crunch time. Everyone trying to fight for those final playoff positions. Enjoy your weekend. We will see you next week. Later.